Hey, my name's Steph. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Stable Studio. So today I'm working on a song by a guy called Paul Smith, who's a country rock sort of singer-songwriter in the UK. I've done some work for him before, and this track actually I've already started. I've already tracked some drums and bass and a few kind of rhythm, kind of electric guitars on there sort of last week. So I'm just going to update this. He's asked for something slightly different with the acoustic guitars and some fills with the electric. So we're going to do those today. Now, the song's called Mr. Cowboy. Paul is a great singer-songwriter, but also fantastic piano player. And this piece definitely highlights the piano massively, you know, his piano skills. So they're quite busy. So I'm going to try and stay out of the way of those. Now, he just wants some picking guitar in the verse, which I'm going to try and, you know, dynamically fit around the piano a little bit. But it's going to be busy, but that's what he requires, I think. So that's cool. So I'm going to try and track the acoustic guitar throughout. I'm just going to grab another pick because I want a different one for strumming than picking. So the first verse is going to be picking, and then as it hits kind of the second verse after the first chorus, it'll be more of a strumming thing. Now, I've done two different drum takes. So the first drum take, I played brushes. So it's a softer kind of dynamic through the first part. And then the second verse onwards is like sticks, a little harder hitting and a different drum groove. And then later on in the song, it gets to like sort of an outro part, like an ending, which is really cool, where the drum groove changes completely again and it's just even more in your face. So it's quite cool how the whole thing just kind of builds like one massive ramp. I love it. So anyway, I'm using my Gibson J45 standard, which is a 2016. It's a great guitar. I'm tracking it with a Shure SM8A. I don't know. Yeah, 87A. Whatever. Shure SM87A. Anyway, this microphone, I use it a lot for vocals as well live, but actually I really like the sound of it on acoustic guitar. I'm getting the chair in the right place for the acoustic. So I'm using that. That's going into like a Neve style sort of pre-73 kind of preamp clone into an SSL12 interface and then into Logic. So I'm going to put my cans on so that I can hear what's going on. So guitar sounds like this. I can hear there's a little ringing from the banjo in the background, but that'll be okay. I can't hear it in the mic. I can hear it in the room. So I've written a chart, Nashville number system style. The reason I've done that is because the second acoustic guitar is probably going to be capoed. So rather than writing it out in, you know, in chord symbols, it's in a key of C, so I could have just written that out. But when I then capo it, I've then got to transcribe it anyway. So Nashville number system works perfectly. So we'll do that. Right. So let's have a little listen. So this is the beginning.
Heading into town on a Saturday night, cowboys all right off that rodeo ride, but she's a star in his eyes as she walked on that hardwood floor. She looked for.
Okay, so it's nice and soft, and let's put the click on there. Okay, let's try tracking some picking. See what happens.
Heading into town on a Saturday night, cowboys all right off that rodeo ride, but as she walked on that hardwood floor. She looked for a moment into his eyes. She said, "Hey, Mr. Cowboy, ain't this a surprise? I swear we've been here before in another life somewhere long ago." He's catching his breath as he's falling into that star-filled night. He's holding that time, 'cause he never wants to let this moment pass. Hey, Mr. Cowboy, I can see.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think the G sus4 didn't work. That's what it needs to be. Okay, let's have another pop.
Heading into town on a Saturday night. Cowboys are out of that rodeo ride, but she's a star in his eyes as she walked on that hardwood floor. She looked for a moment into his eyes. She said, "Hey, Mr. Cowboy, ain't this a surprise? I swear we've been here before in another life somewhere long ago." He's catching his breath as he's falling into that star-filled night. He's holding that time, 'cause he never wants to let this moment pass. Hey, Mr. Cowboy, I can see you.
Just going to go from the chorus. There's a C over E there. There's a 1 with a 3 in the bass.
Moment pass. Hey, Mr. Cowboy, I can see you writing a story of you and her in your mind.
One more time. I can do it better than that.
Time, 'cause he never wants to let this moment pass. Hey, Mr. Cowboy, I can see you writing a story of you and her in your mind. But you're riding away to another life. Heading into town on a Saturday night. Cowboys are out of.
Cool. Fine. So, while I'm here, I'm going to track the rest of it. I'm going to change picks. So I'm using like a thicker pick for the picking. Give it more definition. And then I've got a thinner one with not so much of a point on it when it comes into the strumming parts. So let's duplicate that track. So this will be verse left, track 2. Okay. So let's do the second verse. Okay. So you can hear those hard hitting drums get in there. It's cool. Okay.
This is
That's not the chord I really wanted it to be. One more time. I can do it better than that. I'll get in the right place, shall I? Cool. That's good. So I'm going to capo now. Capo fret 5, and this is where the Nashville number system comes in really, really useful, because if you know, what's going on with that? I need to get some new capos, evidently. Right. I need to give my mate Tommy a shout at G7th Capos. Saw me out with some G7th Capos, look awesome. I've had these a long time. They're okay, but all right. Quick tune up. Because everyone knows you got to retune for a capo. It's the law. Okay, back to the other pick. You could be my hero. It's almost that song, isn't it? Right. With the capo up here it is. Right, so back to the intro. I'm going to pan these guitars out so that you get a little bit of one in one ear and one in the other. Okay. Nice. Let's go.
Heading into town on a Saturday night. Cowboys are out of that rodeo ride. But she's a star in his eyes as she walked on that hardwood floor. She looked for a moment into his eyes. She said, "Hey, Mr. Cowboy, ain't this a surprise? I swear we've been here before in another life somewhere long ago." star filled night. He's holding that time, 'cause he never wants to let.
I can play it way better than that. One more. There's some noise at the start of the other track. I'm just going to lose that because it's bothering me. Okay. Cool. Let's go.
Heading into town on a Saturday night, cowboys all right off that rodeo ride. But she's a star in his eyes as she walked on that hardwood floor. She looked for a moment into his eyes. She said, "Hey, Mr. Cowboy, ain't this a surprise? I swear we've been here before in another life somewhere long ago." Catching his breath as he's falling into that star-filled night. He's holding that time, 'cause he never wants to let this moment pass. Hey, Mr. Cowboy, I can see you writing a story of you and her in your mind. But you're riding away.
Go from the start of that chorus.
Time, 'cause he never wants to let this moment pass. Hey, Mr. Cowboy,
One more.
never wants to let this moment pass.
Yeah, I apologise. The audio cut out there. Good old technology, eh? It's been one of them weeks in the studio, you know, updating software and computers and things, and God, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Right, acoustic strumming capo. Let's do it. Here we go.
Heading into town on a Saturday night, cowboys all right off that rodeo ride. But she's a star in his eyes as she walked on that hardwood floor. She looked for a moment into his eyes.
Cool. That's that. So capoing, obviously the acoustic, playing the same chords in a different position. Knowing your cage system, knowing your Nashville number system is really useful because it almost sounds like, I know it's panned out, but it almost sounds like a 12 string. Or maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. But it's a really, really good technique when you've probably only got one acoustic guitar. I have actually got another acoustic, which is Nashville tuned, which I could use. But this track, I think, needs a bit more of a full-bodied thing. So anyway, yeah, that's the acoustics done. I just need to quickly sort out the crossfades on those.
Right. Okay, that's close enough for now. Where's the other crossfade that I need to sort? Okay, alright, quickly do these. There's that one. Just where I've dropped in on a couple of parts. Cool.
Fine. Okay, let's do the little electric guitar parts that it requires. There's just some little fills after the, let's turn that off. The little fills after the vocals, you know, surrounding the vocals. So that's the next part to do. So we're going to do that and, you know, do some kind of call and response with the vocals. When the vocals sang a phrase, you want to fill after that, and actually one just before those hard hitting drums come in. So I'm going to set up to do that. So I shall be right back. I'm just going to switch some stuff on. All right. Okay, so we're back. Set up with my telly. This is my Haar telly. Haar, a company from the Netherlands that do some custom build stuff at very reasonable prices, I might add. I couldn't afford a Fender custom shop or a vintage Fender, so I ordered this from Haar about 4 or 5 years ago. It wasn't actually that relic at the time when I got it, but it's got a thin coat on it, and I've worn quite a lot of this myself by playing the hell out of it because I love it. It's Swamp Ash. It's roasted maple neck with quite a, I'd say medium C, but it's a bit fatter than your regular neck, which is why I like these and not like regular Fenders off the shelf that tend to have quite thin necks for me. So slightly fatter neck. It's stainless steel frets. It's Sir classic T pickups, which I love. That's probably about it, really, isn't it? Yeah, Goto aged hardware, which is nice. I'm running through the Bad Cat Black Cat 30 on the second channel, which is the EF86 driven channel, so it breaks up a little earlier. That's going through the aux on, I think the aux is running a Celestian Blue, like 15 watt Celestian Blue, like Voxy style thing, which the Bad Cat's kind of in that Vox kind of camp. On the board, because Paul wants, he said, oh, Brad Paisley style thing. I was like, right, okay, so Vox kind of territory, telly, and I've got a compressor on there just to give it a little bit of a kick on the front end of the amp. Grab a pick. So I've got to put my cans on, else I won't hear anything at all. So that's what it sounds like. So I've just got a little bit of room reverb just from Logic, really. It's cold in here today. I need to warm my hands up. Right, so I'll send this to Paul dry. So I've got some reverb for me to track too, but just because I don't like tracking completely dry when I'm playing lead guitar, it's a bit weird. I find it a bit weird for me. Right, let's find these little parts. So there's a little turnaround just before the hard hitting drums comes in. He wants kind of a lick in there. So let's try something there. Okay. That was all right. Let's have a listen back. It's nice, but that last note covers the first word of the vocal. So I'll do something similar, but end it a little earlier maybe. Not bad. Let's do another. Maybe that. I like the first one I did, but it was just too long, so I'll just do the same, shorten that. And of course, bridge pickup for the paisley tone. Wasn't so in love with that one. Again, it's covering the vocal a little bit there. Now, piano's doing way too much in there. Let the piano breathe just there. Definitely don't need one there. There's a lot of melody from the piano throughout this song, which you've already heard. I'll turn those acoustics down a bit. They're like right in my face. Yeah, so I don't need to fill that part. I think these licks were fine, actually. Yeah, the piano's a little bit pulled back in those, so that's fine. But this one here, dun, 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 dun. Maybe I could kind of unison the piano, and then Paul can use it. Da, 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 da. Yes, there. So. Let's do that again. Fingers. One more.
The story you and her in your mind. But you're riding away to another.
Yeah. He's got the choice. Look out, there's a desk there. Yeah, he's got the choice to use it then, if he wants to use it. And then I think this is already busy enough here.
Dress, she's standing there in the middle of a cornfield, her hair in a mess, and your lips don't forget the taste of that kiss. Your heart don't forget a moment like this. She says, "Ride, cowboy, won't you ride with me tonight under the pale moonlight?" With that fire in your eyes, looks of love to your surprise, holding on to all you've got, kiss her lips, don't ever stop. Country boy like buffalo, stampeding everywhere he goes.
I love that choir that he's got in there. I'm sure he's probably using maybe a plugin to create that or something, but sounds great. It's a proper moment in the song. I love that.
Stampeding everywhere he goes. Sunshine bottle to his lips, holding rings by fingertips. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy.
And there's some sound effects at the end. Cool. I'm going to redo that last. Paul wanted a lick on the end here.
Holding rings by fingertips. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy.
Do another couple.
Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr.
Oh, yeah. I'm in C. Duh. Ha!
Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy.
Again, it's just tricky to stay out of the way of the piano and not walk all over it, which I don't want to do really.
Hey, Mr.
Or the vocal.
Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy.
Didn't like that either.
Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Hey, Mr. Cowboy.
So just trying to be tasteful, Paul's assured me that part will be buried with some delay and reverb. And so my only worry is I don't like, when there's busy stuff happening in the track already, I don't like being in front of it. Makes me feel uncomfortable, like I'm stepping on toes, and I don't like to do that. But he specifically requested that, and I have every faith that he's gonna mix this, so I have every faith that he's gonna treat that with plenty of verb and delay and chuck it at the back. I'll give him a few options there at the end, so he can choose from those three that I've just done. The same with the earlier licks. But yeah, I think on a track like this, initially I sent it with some real simple, just single strums through the verse and no lead guitar in it whatsoever. There's no solos whatsoever. And I've got these electric guitar parts here as well, which I sent before. And there's a little bit happening here in the electric guitars. Let's find them. I actually had some ambient stuff going as well, so telly. So there's already a little bit of picking kind of going on in the electric guitar parts. So when he came back, he said, no, actually, some picking acoustic through the verses would be really, really cool. I was like, okay, cool. I'd rather do less and someone asked me for more than completely, just fill it full of stuff and then the client go, oh, right, yeah, that's just too much. It's easier to just do like what you think can support the other instruments and do like the minimum amount required. I don't mean work-wise, but I mean musically, just to support the other instruments there. And then they get back and say, actually, can you do a little bit fancier than that, and that's always nice that way around than the other way around for me. But yeah, so anyway, hopefully that's been interesting to any of you out there today. And if you're enjoying this kind of content, then let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed and you've enjoyed today's video, consider doing that if you want. I'll never force anybody to do that, but if you fancy subscribing, that'd be awesome. Or liking the video. And I'll see you again, hopefully shortly, on another track. Thanks for watching.